Assalamu alaikum children. Do you remember our last topic? It was in civics, the central government. So let us continue the next level of government, that is state government.
The state government has three branches: the executive, which passes the law; the legislature, which makes the law; the judiciary, which interprets the law. It is just as in a school, how the teacher works as per the order of the principal. Here, the teacher acts as executive, whereas the principal as the legislature. The person in the state legislature are the governor, the chief minister, and the councils of ministers. The state legislature includes legislative council and legislative assembly. The High Court belongs to the judiciary of the state. The state executive. The governor is the head of the state. The governor is appointed by the president in the term of 5 years. How can a person be a governor? To be eligible for the post of a governor, a person must be a citizen of India and above the age of 35 years. The governor acts as an agent between the central and the state government. The governor must not be a member of parliament or member of legislative assembly. The governor must not hold any office of profit. Powers and functions of the governor. The governor is the chief executive in a state. The governor appoints the chief minister. According to Article 356, the president imposes emergency in a state based on governor report. The governor approves or veto the bill. Veto means rejection. The governor recommends the annual budget passed by the legislature. The other person who plays an important role is the chief minister. The leader of the majority party is appointed as the chief minister by the governor. Let's assume them as the member of legislative assembly, MLAs. The one with the majority is called the chief minister. Powers and functions of chief minister. The chief minister advises the governor in the selection of council of ministers. The resignation of the chief minister includes the resignation of his council of ministers. The chief minister plays an important role in making policies and appointment of the state government. The chief minister supervises the activity of the other minister. A second subtopic is the legislature. The state legislature consists of the governor and 2 or 1 houses. The legislative assembly, the lower house; the legislative council, the upper house. State which have both upper house and lower house is called bicameral legislature. The state which have lower house alone are called unicameral legislature. At present, there are 7 states with bicameral legislature. The highlighted states has bicameral legislature. The key difference between the legislative assembly and legislative council is as follows. Meaning, the Vidhan Sabha is the lower house in the state legislature which represents the people of the state. The Vidhan Parishad is the upper house of the state legislature whose members are party elected and partly nominated. Election. In the legislative assembly, direct elections are conducted. That is, people directly vote and select their representative. In legislative council, indirect elections are conducted. That is, MLA and MP will select and elect their representative. Nature. The nature of the legislative assembly is temporary body, that is, it is dissolved in 5 years. The nature of legislative council is permanent body, that is, it is not dissolved. Members. The maximum strength in the legislative assembly is 500 and minimum strength is 16 members, whereas in the legislative council, the maximum strength cannot be more than 1/3 of the people and not less than 40. Minimum age. The minimum age of a person in Legislative Assembly is 25 years and in Legislative Council it is 30 years. Presiding Officer. The presiding officer in Legislative Assembly is the Speaker, whereas in Legislative Council it is the Chairman. Let's see the composition of Legislative Council. 1/3 is selected by the members of Legislative Assembly, 1/3 by the members of local body, 1/12 by the teachers, 1/12 by the graduates, and 1/6 by the governor. How the elections are held? The candidate is the person who contests for election. One person can stand in more than one constituency. Even if a person does not belong to any political party, can contest election as an independent candidate. Here, star includes one party, plus includes another party, whereas question mark does not belong to any group and that candidate is called as independent candidate. The working of the state government. A proposal or idea is called the bill. The bill is introduced in the Legislative Assembly. The bill is debated and discussed here and is then introduced in the Legislative Council where it goes through the same procedure. Within 14 days, the bill is sent back to the Legislative Assembly. The bill is then passed to the governor. The governor approved the bill becomes the law. The vetoed bill is rejected. Our final subtopic is judiciary. High Court. High Court is the highest court in the state. Each High Court has the jurisdiction, which means law and order. High Court deals with cases such as those concerning the fundamental rights of citizens, election petitions, and other civil and criminal cases. High Court consists of Chief Justice and other judges. Who can be a judge? A judge must be a citizen of India. A judge must have the practice of at least 10 years as a judge or must have the practice of at least 10 years as a lawyer. The retirement age of a judge is 62 years. The removal process of a judge is called impeachment, which is authorized by the President. The judge cannot practice in any court session after the retirement. Functions of the High Court. The High Court can hear appeals from lower courts such as district courts or subordinate courts. The High Court can issue writs to restore fundamental rights. The High Court can deal with the cases within the jurisdiction of a state. The High Court exercises superintendence and control over the courts below it.
Here the lesson got ended, children. So check the summary of your state government lesson. Get ready for your assignment and send me back soon. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair.